welcome to NHL Nightly with your host, Jeremiah Maxwell, a.k.a. the Sports Beard, along with Pearlo Wisdom, the NHL handicapper extraordinaire, and Rico in Barrie, goal-scoring prop dynamo, and featuring the Degenerate Gambler, Bostonian Mike.
What's up, everybody? How's it going? Hope you're having a good night. Welcome to NHL Nightly. With me, as always, Pearlo Wisdom, Degenerate Bostonian. How are you guys doing?
I'm doing great. Awesome day. So,
Okay, cool.
What's up?
Yeah, awesome. Well, what do you want to talk about? Anything good?
Washington's taking a vacation.
What happened to Wild?
By the looks of it. But Ovi gets a goal. That's a good thing.
Yeah, that game was a travesty. The NHL should be fucking embarrassed. The NHL officials that were in that game should be fined and suspended for the poor job they did in that game. The soft-ass shit they called in the first and the second, that gave Carolina the huge fucking lead, and then the stuff they didn't call late in that game against Carolina, the dirty shit that they were getting away with. Chatfield's fight, disgraceful. If I'm a Carolina fan, I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed. Absolute fucking joke. Fucking joke. What a fucking joke. He trips. He uses his leg to trip fucking McMichael down to the ice. He comes with a micrometer of shattering his skull on the fucking ice. He should be fucking suspended. If there's a justice in this game, Chatfield does some time. And nobody wanted to answer the bell when Tom Wilson wanted to go after a dirty play from Sebastian Aho. Wouldn't expect that guy to fucking play a clean game, though. He doesn't have to. He can run around and be a little dirty fuck, and the refs will protect him all fucking game. That's the problem when you don't let people fight. Anyway, that's all I want to talk about this fucking Hurricanes-Capitals game. Yay, Ovi fucking scored. Big fucking deal. Travesty. Fucking travesty. Fucking travesty. NHL should be fucking embarrassed. Batman was there, the calls that were made, and then the calls that weren't made, and then Brendan Moore crying like a little fucking bitch because this guy speared and high-sticked the guy, and then they got a penalty for it? Oh, my God. What a fucking joke. You should be fucking ashamed, NHL. It's an awful joke. And then the people celebrating on the internet that Chatfield beat a guy up, he tripped him down. He basically slew-footed him with his leg. I've never, in fucking 40 years of watching hockey, seen that kind of bullshit ever in a fucking game. Chicken shit garbage. I hope I don't run into Chatfield in real life. I'll tell him to his fucking face what I think it is. What an absolute fucking joke. Anyway, done with that fucking shit. Let's talk about the next game. Did you guys watch Leaf Panthers? I thought the Panthers hung tough. But they're going to be outmatched without Ekblad and Kachuk in the lineup. So, I mean, Toronto needs to win these home games.
I don't think it really matters in Florida whether they won or lost that game. So, it's true. That's why I had Toronto.
Yeah, good call. You got the right picks. Rangers win in overtime. I actually thought they got lucky in that game several times. Couple really bad turnovers. It's going to be interesting to see Z Bouillon in the lineup for the Minnesota Wild when Denver's out of the if they make it all the way. We got 10. We're going to find out real quick. I guarantee we'll probably see Bill Guerin at the freaking game. Mike,
I assume he usually goes to them anyways. So I'd assume.
Well, I think he was there last year, but it was in Minnesota. So
yeah, no, he's usually there. He goes to a few.
Yeah, Marchand has 38 points scored against the Leafs, though. That's crazy. That's crazy. So, okay, those were the only games that we're on. Right now, we're live Kraken Avalanche Blackhawks. Nothing has happened in those games. I believe a goal got called back in the Avalanche game.
Yeah.
So, all right. I did want to talk about there was a couple signings. Edmonton made a couple of signings. Josh Szymanski, and then David Tomasek is an interesting one. He's a foreign player. He's 30. Now, again, these won't take effect till next season, but he signed a $1.2 million deal. Anyway, there was a little bit of chatter about him. I know the Kings were working on him. I think he plays over in Sweden. So it's just one of those things. Those were interesting signings. Edmonton makes a couple of signings that will help them next year. How about Idar Suniev signing with the Flames?
Good signing.
Let's go Bruins, Flyers, Avs, and Leafs this weekend. Yeah, all right, Mike. I don't know what games you're talking about. We'll get to those, but good to see you, Mike. Your Rangers got a huge win tonight, big one. Yeah, but Suniev, Pearlo, if you're not familiar with his game, played for UMass. Really, really like clutch goal scorer. In fact, I thought UMass lost because he got booted out of the game. Absolutely. I thought that call was really bad, by the way. Absolutely terrible. Cole O'Hara, by the way, also signed. Both of UMass lost a lot.
And Locomus, that whole line left.
So he only interesting though. Cole O'Hara only signed a 2-year deal. So that was interesting. Suniev is signed a 3-year deal, but they're counting this as a burn, So did Gabe look pretty good tonight? I saw the one goal went off his stick. I kind of felt bad for him because it's that's tough. Trevor Connolly also signed with the Vegas Gold Knights too. Connolly, was he with
he was with Providence.
Yeah, that's a nice little ad.
Perfect team for his game style too.
Tage Harding signed with the Chicago Blackhawks, and then Otto Saline signing with the Kings, and then we talked about Callan Tung signing with the Rangers. That was an interesting one for me. The guy played 16 games. I know he played the bulk of the playoffs for them, but that was an interesting one. I don't know, man.
I wouldn't let him have a sophomore season.
Colby Cohen echoed the same thing. Interesting for him to not go back. You know what I would like to see is that if these guys sign, that they are allowed to go back to college if it's not working out. Yeah, just because they don't really need them, right, Mike? I mean, you don't need them anytime soon. I know you're going to have Quick retire after next year or whatever, but I thought
they have Hugo Elias, who's a bigger, and honestly, I like him better in big games than Tung. So I don't know.
You're talking about Connecticut. Connecticut doesn't. You're talking about what Connecticut has now.
No. I'm talking about the Rangers. They have another guy that I think is better than Tung in their system already. And I'm I don't get why they signed Tung.
Chicago just scored, by the way.
Good.
Former Leaf, I think, Ilya Mikheyev. I think they were on the power play. I think this was a shorthanded goal, or they were setting up like they were.
That was one of Rico's.
That's a should have had it from Wedgwood there, but I don't know. Goalies can't seem to stop anything anymore.
That was a shorty. Good for Rico.
Rico had it for a goal prop. Yeah, I had Chicago to score.
Did he have Mikheyev on my goal prop thing?
Yeah, he did. I don't know why he had a Montreal player on there. But
he had Montreal for Heineman, but I just said that'll be for tomorrow because I'm gonna assume Montreal. And let's just get into that then. We have 9 games tomorrow. Bruins, Montreal. That's the game. You have to be on the Canadians. They got to continue to win. They're coming off the biggest win of their season. Just to take a look at the active standings here, we're just going to put the games up for you guys too. I'm not going to. I don't have it in me tonight, guys. I was so disgusted with the way that game was officiated tonight. It was just absolute dog shit. And I'm not going to be over it. I'm just going to be angry about it forever. I don't expect the Caps to win a game back to back against a really good team. That's a tough That's uphill sledding right there. But when you have to beat the officials and then they just can't do anything right on the ice. So Toronto clinches tonight with their win. So good for them. They do not have the division wrapped up yet, though. Tampa Bay still has a chance to get it. And, Florida outside shot there. They could, but still all these could position. But I kind of hope it stays the way it is because I'd like to see Toronto play Ottawa in the first round. I think that would be an awesome battle. Okay, both Washington and Carolina wins with the clinch today. Washington's got that matched up. It looks like we're going to have Carolina and New Jersey in the first round. And this could be the matchup. Here's the big thing. Rangers have 75 games played, and the Blue Jackets only have 73 games played. So they have 9 games left, and they're only 2 points off the thing. So the Blue Jackets, and just in time, I got to show you. It came in today, boys, because the Johnny hockey jersey is retired in the corner on the Deadpool over there, and that's the memoriam. So I haven't been able to use. So I got the
sweet
Stadium Series Zach Werenski. It's
a
nice looking jersey too. Anyway, yeah. So we got Zach Werenski represent. Okay, let's jump into the scores. Oh, we got to look at the West real quick. The West, nothing changes tonight. I mean, Minnesota got a huge point. They lose, but they got a huge point. Yeah, I don't know, Avi. I don't know who's gonna be. It could be the Habs. It could be the Rangers, and it could be the. It could be, and there's a lot of games left, and it could be the Columbus Blue Jackets. It could be any one of those teams. So, Winnipeg, Dallas have clinched. Colorado is, even if they win this game, and I believe Colorado, by the way, is 0-2 versus the Chicago Blackhawks this year.
Yeah.
So that's crazy. And the Blackhawks got all these young kids now. Renzel, all these guys playing now. This was, maybe we should have been all over the Blackhawks here. But everybody thinks they're just going to be terrible, and they're not in this case. So those are your teams that have clinched in the West. I think those top 3 are going to stay the same. Vegas is clinched. I think LA is going to keep home ice and play Edmonton in the first round. I think that's going to stay the same. Look, all these teams have played the same. Minnesota in a little bit of trouble, guys, but getting that extra point really helped them. They only have 6 games left, whereas Calgary has 8 games left. But I think Calgary would basically have to go undefeated and hope Minnesota doesn't get a point. So, and then tonight, obviously, the Seattle Kraken versus the Vancouver Canucks. I called it. I think the Kraken win tonight and put the nail in the Canucks coffin. I hate to say it. Kraken are eliminated, but there are players playing for their jobs next year. So, in fact, look, the West has 4 teams eliminated. I don't think the East has a single team eliminated yet. By the way, Boston in last place in the East. Who would have had that?
That's what I like to see.
Anyway, yeah. Okay. Just to go through the scores here then, and we will call it a show, and we'll be back tomorrow. Thursday's games, and I'm just going to pull these up for you guys so you can see them all nice and good. The Bruins at Canadians. We all are on the Canadians on this one, correct, guys?
Yeah.
Let's do a little couple props. So I called the Seth Jarvis getting his 30th goal. I almost bet that on this new app that Johnny Lazarus got me on. So wished I would have bet that. Would have been good. Bruins Canadians. Is Pasternak get to 40 this year before the season's over? I think easily he does.
Someone's going to score for us.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, I think teams are going to key on him.
He had 2 goals against Washington yesterday, and I felt like they could have keyed on him. What about Caulfield? Does he get to 40?
Yes. I think the Canadians actually start getting hot, and he's going to be the reason.
I mean, could they get any hotter than they are? It's him or hey, Mike Fiore is with Bruins money line. He likes the Bruins money line plus 160. Don't hate it, Mike. I always like the plus money.
Why the heck? How the heck are the Bruins going to win that game?
I just let Mike bet his money away. It's okay.
I like the over a lot too. In that
Well,
game.
Mike is betting the Bruins money line because he's a Rangers fan, Pearlo, and he needs them to lose. Okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yep. That's what he's doing.
All right. Wing it forever. Yeah.
And Salvatore is rooting for the Bruins because he's a Leafs fan. So, and he wants to.
He just hates Boston in general.
Yeah.
Well, you can have lots of time to hate Boston.
Everybody hates us.
Oh, but he has Boston because he's a Leafs fan. Because he hates Montreal more. That's why.
I mean, that's some we in the Leafs, share in common.
Yeah. Because you hate Montreal.
Yeah. Burning passion.
Yeah. Those are big rivalries, man, for sure. All original six, for sure. Absolutely. But it will be crazy to see Montreal games. They have such a great fan base, so it'll be good. Okay, Lightning Senators.
I'm actually on the fence here.
Senators need wins, man. They got to keep winning. There's nothing guaranteed for them yet. They got to keep winning. So
Lightning are feeling it right now, and Ottawa's not. So give me the Lightning.
Gensel gets to 40, right? I think we could say that. He gets to 40. Brady easily gets to 30. That happens. Does Nikita Kucherov win the Art Ross? I think he does.
But Brady was injured last game.
Yeah, it's not saying he's out, but I'll pull it up. What do you guys? I'll look at that later. I'll look at it. Oh, I can check BR.
Chicago scored again. Nope.
No, it's still 1-0. Okay, you guys are on Senators here, both of you.
Split here. I'm on the Senators. He's taking the Lightning.
Okay. Avalanche Blue Jackets. This is a huge game for the Blue Jackets. They've got to win just about out to have a good shot here. And Avalanche are on a back-to-back, and they're losing currently. I think I have to go with the Blue Jackets here. I don't know where you guys are.
I like, Elvis at home. He's projected to go tomorrow. So give me the CBJ. They're desperate. They're hungry.
They were not playing him for a while because his wife had a baby, and I think he missed like a week. And I think that coincided with them kind of going on that losing streak too, where he was out. So I wonder if him being back kind of solidifies that goaltending for them.
I think so. But also, I think he's liked in the locker room. I think he helps.
Who did you like in that game?
Well, I like the over, and I'll probably put someone CBJ. Avalanche really don't need these games, and CBJ does, so they'll probably they'll probably give him a good go at the very least.
Does the Blues win 11 in a row?
Yes.
Okay, Pearlo.
For next game,
right here.
Right here. Pittsburgh. I'm sorry, I'm looking at the schedule.
It's on the screen right in front of you, right?
Yeah, it's Pittsburgh. Yeah. Yeah, they just barely beat Detroit there, but on the road, Pittsburgh's on the road. Yeah, I'm not taking Pittsburgh, that's for sure. So.
I might take the Blues 1.
Try that.
I'm not sure yet.
Oh, wait, Robbie doesn't block out. What do you think of this? Does this work? Yeah, let's do that. Oh, it works. Okay. All right. Pred Stars. Who cares? Kings Utah Hockey Club. Utah not dead. Are they dead after the Kings bury them at home?
Kings suck on the road. That's the big thing there. Like
Kings are favored.
Mm-hmm. They really, really, really suck on the road. I wonder if they're going to put the milk in there. I don't know. I can't take the Kings on the road, so Utah's plus money, and I don't really like that game.
I'm passing.
Pass.
Ducks Flames. Big game for the Flames. Big game. Ducks been playing good too.
Flames will destroy them.
Yeah, I actually am going to take the Ducks at plus 140 here.
Okay.
Yep. I think the road is coming to an end for Calgary because of just the straight win streak by the Blues. Their shot is so far. They basically, the hope I was hearing from analysts today was that the Minnesota Wild were going to fall out. And they're just not. They play too good defensively. The Wild are not going to fall out.
It's just a fate of Anaheim after that pond hockey they played against San Jose. I had a battle, I think.
Yeah,
But
they should have won that game, and they had it in hand, and they let it slip. And this is another reason why I like the Ducks. They actually have played pretty solid hockey.
they didn't play well against San Jose, I'll tell you that.
No, I know. That's why
I just don't think I don't think it's a good matchup for Anaheim. Calgary's going to be angry. They're going to come beat the shit out of them.
Well, they're at home.
Yep.
I mean, it's a game Calgary has to win. This is a huge game. This is potentially a conference final matchup. Jets, Golden Knights. Kyle Connor, get to 40, boys.
Yes.
I don't know about this game, but
this season.
No, I'm talking about for the season.
Yeah, for the season. Yeah, probably. Geez, I'm really just disappointed in Vegas that they took penalties against the Oilers because they never take penalties, and I had Vegas in regulation there. Winnipeg coming out that loss in LA. That's gonna be a tight game. Give me a draw on that one, and I'll take Vegas in overtime.
Okay, I think it's a very important game for Vegas here, and actually, Winnipeg coming off a loss against LA. I think they'll come out strong, but I actually think this is Vegas's game to lose. Mike, where are you at? Are you touching this one?
This is going to round up my Hines. I'm taking Vegas at home.
Okay. And then the last game, Oilers Sharks. Who cares? I mean, if Oilers don't win,
I care because I'm going to make a crap load of money out of that game.
Who are you taking?
What do you mean?
Edmonton all day. Edmonton's going to absolutely obliterate them. 7-0, 7-1, something like that.
Yeah. Charlie says the Jets are angry and they should win it. Yeah, I mean, sometimes you run into a team that's a really good home team, Charlie. I don't think there's any shame in losing to the Kings at home, my man. Jets are still a really good team. They're still missing a few key pieces too, I think, to their team. So, yeah. Oh,
Jets Blues. That'd be a fun
series.
series.
Imagine if Draisaitl puts his full effort into that San Jose game. That won't even be. That'll be disgusting. Patrick, for sure. Unless they just went out and partied their freaking ass off after that Vegas game because they were in Vegas. That would be the only thing I would concern you there.
Yeah, but he's still the day off.
Still, depends how much they party.
yeah.
But I still think there's no way. Like San Jose defense is absolutely horrid.
So here are the updated playoff odds. I will put from Money Puck. I will put them on the screen so you know. The teams that are all but guaranteed, all these teams are 100% making the playoffs. Kings are 99.98. Devils are 99.8. Edmonton is 99.8. Ottawa is 98.2. St. Louis is now 92.3. So that's why I say I feel like the Ducks could win that game. I think Calgary just knows they just have such an outside shot. Really, this is the three realistic teams that have a chance are Montreal, New York, and Columbus. And that's in the East. I feel like the West is set, guys. So, yeah, you can't. I mean, Charlie, you're the best team in the league all year. Like, you're going to win the President's Trophy more than likely. You have the highest percentage to win the Stanley Cup, according to Money Puck. So, Carolina has a real high percentage too, 14.1. I guess they like their path to the finals. So, yeah, we'll see. I don't think that team's equipped to win a Stanley Cup, just my opinion. But we'll see. When they get to the playoffs and they don't call every little nitnoid ticky-tack bullshit call, we'll see.
Oh, it's
it's all a question of whether they burn out.
Hardcore.
I would think more likely they're going to burn out by the second round, like usual.
Well, they're going to make it to. I mean,
once.
everybody's crowning them making it to the second round. They're going to beat New Jersey. They're just giving them the first round bye. We don't know. I mean, I know New Jersey isn't going to have Jack Hughes and Dougie Hamilton, but you just don't know.
Hamilton sounds like he's going to be back. He's improving faster than they thought.
You just don't know. You never know. You never know.
Yeah, I don't think New Jersey's got much of a chance of it.
Yeah.
Even with Hughes. But that's it. After that round, they're burnt out.
Mike says, locking my Rangers to make the playoffs future in for Sam Rosen. Yeah, no, I know, Mike. And boy, he's so good. Him and Joe Micheletti, they did such a good job on the call. I did see that he's going to call a game with John Davidson, like the last game or something. They're going to do a call because they called games together for like forever. They called. I think he's worked with Micheletti for like 19 years. I think he worked with John Davidson for like 21 years. So that's cool. That's cool stuff. So, all right, you guys got anything for tomorrow? Or
I like the dry settle goal prop for tomorrow. So
okay, I'm gonna take a hattie for dry tomorrow. Yeah.
Well, you're betting a hat trick, huh?
I'll bet two, and I'll bet a hat trick. I'll tell you what that pays if you want to know.
Yeah, that's gonna be good.
If they have the props available right now. The only thing is what a lot of sites are doing now in games like this, they're not giving you the option to take things that they know are going to be too high percentage, and it's really pissing me off. Like that when the Buffalo was playing Washington there, you could hardly find Buffalo props because they knew that Buffalo was going to score like crazy amounts of goals in that game.
They're not exactly in the business to lose.
Yeah, I know, but they didn't used to do that before, but I guess they've smartened up.
There's a reason college hockey betting. I used to have to go to England to bet for a few years.
No, they don't have the goal. They don't have the goal props up. I'll send it out on Twitter for everybody. I would highly recommend you take that. The only reason why Dre wouldn't get at least two in there is because they'll take it easy on San Jose after a while, and they'll take a break and chill out, stuff like that. And they don't slaughter them, but that's the only reason why I could see it. But they don't have the props up. Do they have it?
Avi says Sabres need to play in October and November, and they will make the playoffs. Yeah, if they're playing like they are now.
Somebody tell them that there's nothing on the line ever. Like, just find a way to make them not realize where they are in the standings, and like there's nothing to play for, and they'll win the President's Trophy. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting.
One other stuff here. I'll see if I can find. I'm in Cincinnati. Not sure. Props. Jesus, for one goal. Minus 121 just for one goal. Just play that.
J-Rock says Buffalo always likes to get the lower picks in the draft at the end of the year. They win a lot when they are already eliminated. I know that's what we were kind of talking about, J-Rock.
Is it do you think it's a pressure thing for them? Like, the pressure's off. We can just go play hockey now.
Absolutely. There are a whole bunch of young kids. They need, and they haven't been able to handle the pressure. Tuck he's a good guy on the ice, but he's not really like a guy that's going to bang some heads. They need a veteran in there that's going to go. Gonna not like when I say bang heads, I'm not talking about literally, but is going to toughen them up in certain situations. You know, they just don't seem to have it. You would think the Ruff would have been able to do something. Like no coach has been able to help them. It's hard when you got a young team like that, I guess. But yeah, as soon as the pressure's on, they cave.
Yeah, I feel for the Buffalo Sabre fans for sure. They deserve better.
The fans, yeah, big time.
Yeah, they deserve better. You know, they have a lot of Canadian fans. So J-Rock says they need to sell everyone. Burn Sage in the locker room or whatever needs to do of the Yeah, I don't understand, man. Like they're drafted, they've hit on their picks. Their guys, Benson's a player. They got players. JJ Paterka, they got guys like Tage Thompson's a beast. That trade's worked out for them, I think. You know, okay. Ryan O'Reilly won a Stanley Cup with the Blues. He's not even with them anymore. You know, so I mean that was a good trade.
Yeah, it ended up being a really good trade.
Yeah, he says Dahlin and Tage Thompson are not touchable by anyone else. See, I think those. Yeah, I mean, if you're going to rebuild, though, I mean, I don't know. You can't trade those guys, though. You can't.
You just got to be patient and let those kids grow up, and hopefully you can find some veterans that can help. Handle pressure. That's all.
I think the big key is Norris going to be healthy? Because I think Norris can actually be a better player than Dylan Cousins. The book is still out on Dylan Cousins
because he really hasn't shown it at all.
He has better numbers statistically than Cousins. If you look, and you know, and I know he's a year older and played a lot less games. He's had a lot of problems with his shoulder, but the game's not as physical as it once was. So, like, if you can get something out of that guy, I don't know. I mean, that move didn't make a lot of sense to me. I felt like they could have got a lot more for Dylan Cousins. You know.
No, I thought I didn't understand it either.
Like I would have made
what makes sense is that they honestly believe that their doctors had a way to heal them that maybe the Ottawa doctors didn't or something or whatever. I don't know, but that's from the outside looking in, it doesn't look good. Seattle took a penalty, and I don't think he necessarily deserved that either.
Yeah, the refs are fucking dog shit now. Some of the stuff I saw called tonight in the Rangers. There was like 2 dives by the Rangers. They called penalties in favor. They got a 5-on-3 and Minnesota killed it, but that kills your legs. You know, they had no push for the. I mean, and they're not going to do anything until they get Kaprizov and Eriksson Ek back. But I think they could upset. I mean, they could upset a team, man. They're going to play. You know, they're going to play Vegas in the first round. That's not an easy, you know, if the things stay the way they are right now.
I love that matchup. I love that Matthew Boldy kid, man. He's a freaking player. I like him.
Yeah, he's been good, man. He's been good. Okay, guys, I really don't want to do any more tonight. I just want to get off and be done with hockey for the night. So I appreciate everybody. We had a decent number in here. Appreciate all the diehards that came out and watched. If you want to see me go off, just go back to the beginning of the thing. This absolute travesty of a joke, this Capitals Hurricanes game 1. This is what happens when you have ineffective officials on the ice. So, yeah. Mike Russo put out a really nice quote from Matt Zuccarello about Sam Rosen, too. So cool stuff there. Check that out. All right, you guys, have a great night. We'll see you tomorrow, 10:10 Eastern.
Later, y'all.